Ashanti Regional Caucus of the Minority in Parliament has called out the government over the decision to reduce the 4-tier Suame Interchange project to a 2-tier. The project, approved by Parliament in July 2022, was to address severe traffic congestion in Suame, Krofrom, Bantama, Magazine and other areas in the Greater Kumasi area. Addressing journalists in Parliament, former Minister for Roads and Highways Francis Asensu-Boakye first condemned the decision, insisting that a 2-tier interchange will not address the challenge.
Reducing the Suame Interchange from a 4-tier to 2-tier design fundamentally undermines the integrity of the project. A 2-tier solution will not eliminate traffic conflict points in Kumasi. It will not accommodate projected traffic growth. It will simply shift congestion from one junction to another and to risk turning the Suame Interchange project into an expensive but ineffective bottleneck. More importantly, any attempt to construct only some levels instead of the full 4-tier design will require a revision of a completed design engineering designs, leading to unnecessary delays, cost overruns, technical compromises, and contractual complications. In urban transport engineering, under-designing is often worse than doing nothing at all.
Meanwhile, the Minister for Roads and Highways, Gavins Agboja, has firmly rejected claims by the MPP's Ashanti Parliamentary Caucus that the government downgraded the Suame Interchange from a 4-tier to a 2-tier structure due to funding constraints. According to the minister, the minority's assertions are inaccurate.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, once again, we are very grateful to you for your continuous support for President Mahama's programs that are intended to improve the lot of Ghanaians. I'm here today with my brother, my colleague, Honorable Suini, the Chief Director and the Directors of Highways, Feeder Road, and the Chief Executive of Highways, Director of Urban Road and Feeder Road, to address, first of all, an important issue that has been raised. Since President Mahama's government took office, he made sure that all that he promised to do to improve the lot of Ghanaians are carried out the way he wants them to be carried out. With specific reference to the road ministry, his first direction was that, unlike 2017 when government took a policy position to suspend ongoing projects to conduct audit, he directed that no ongoing project should be suspended or cancelled for any reason. Rather, we should encourage contractors to continue to work, though we know that the reason many contractors were not working was because they were owed huge amounts of money and which were unpaid. And President Mahama has been working towards retiring many of those arrears since. I must use the opportunity to thank all those patriotic Ghanaians and contractors who continue to believe in the state and continue to be on site working to make sure that our roads improve day by day. This afternoon, our attention has been drawn to a statement issued by the former minister, my colleague in Parliament, Honorable Asensu-Boakye. The date of the statement, which was issued today, was 9th April 2026, in itself, which is problematic because we are not yet in April, but that is the date on the statement. But he raised an issue that I think we should all pay attention to. In our view, roads are not political tools. Fortunately, roads are not virtual. When you build them, people see them. he raised an issue about Suame Interchange project, and the title was Suame Interchange, reducing a 4-tier solution to a 2-tier. Compromise is a disservice to Kumasi and Ghana. Background of this project. Why the Suame Interchange was designed as a 4-tier. In the press statement, in his press statement, he sought to accuse government for deliberately trying to change the Suame Interchange from 4-tier to 2-tier interchange. They attempted to explain why the interchange was designed as a 4-tier project. However, it only emphasized the funding arrangement, the scope of works, and the challenges being faced at Suame intersection. I will not debate the issue raised, but rather urge those making the assertions to put the modifications in the right context, as context matters a lot in this. The Suame Interchange location is a very critical intersection in the entire road network in Ghana, and not only in Kumasi. It serves as a major link between the north and south, part of our country, as it is located on the national route N10 Ofinso Road. At the time of the design, it offered the only credible connection from the Ashanti region to the northern part of the country, as it is on the N10 and the start point of IR4 Mampong Road, the two main access to the northern region. It is also important to note that at the time of conception of this project, our options to the northern part of the country were limited, and the need to bring all connecting traffic to the intersection, therefore changing direction. Before changing direction, it is also worth noting that presently, His Excellency the President has authorized the construction of the Kumasi Outer Ring Road, and works have started under the Big Push program. The Kumasi Outer Ring Road commences at Atia Junction near Buankra and traverses the following towns: Joabin, Kasam, Tano Odumasi, Ahonjo, and finally ends at Akom on the N10. This new construction offers an even more appropriate connection from the N10 to Akom to N6 to Buankra, and shortens the travel time for vehicles traveling from northern part of the country to the southern part of the country, vice versa. Construction of the Kumasi Outer Ring Road will divert most of the traffic up north from the city center. Suame will therefore require less capacity than previously projected. As much as the original design was not arbitrary, it offered what it could based on the opportunities that existed at the time. And with the construction of the Outer Ring Road, an even more appropriate option is being offered. Key features of the original 4-tier Suame Interchange. As indicated above, the design, even though was not arbitrary, was limited, and detailed cost-benefit analysis would reveal that the modifications being proposed is a superior solution to the challenges being faced there, as there will be less demolition and an increased length of total road being provided for the good people of Ashanti region. The key features of the 4-tier interchange are as follows. First tier is a runabout which offers all connections as it is. 2, the second tier is the bridge from Suame to Kejetia. The third tier is a bridge from Abrepo to Krofrom, and the fourth tier is a bridge from Suame all the way from Krofrom. In addition, there was an underpass at Abripo Junction and an overpass at Crowfrom Junction. These were to cater for all the possible movements. Challenges with the original design. The full cost of this project was not available to complete the works after Ghana declared default to our official creditors and went to the IMF. To enable a restart of the project, it was put under the Afri-Exim facility, and after partial disbursement of an advance payment, no payment have been made to the contractor since then. The main challenge with the original design is not the functionality, but the expropriation cost. The fourth tier, as designed, was affecting two-story buildings, was affecting a two-story building, stores along the Suame runabout, and the Western Bypass Road, in addition to the Suame police station. It also was designed to traverse sections of the Kumasi Mall land, which also had complications in terms of impact and potential compensations. It is important to note that these costs were not included as part of the project costs as of the time the project started. It means it's an additional cost that we were supposed to fund. The project had not budgeted the full cost of relocating utilities, although the utilities like water and electricity at the runabout were eventually moved. There still remain more at Crowfrom intersection and Abripo. The project did not account for the full cost of land and property compensation. The north-south leg of the viaduct would have to be partially built on land owned by Garden City Mall, impact the Suame police station, and three-story commercial and residential buildings not budgeted for under the project. A rough estimate of the cost of this would be more than 50% of the total cost of construction of the four-tier interchange. The Garden City Mall owners had earlier indicated no objection to putting the foundation on their land. However, immediately after the 2024 election, their lawyers wrote to indicate an intention to sue the physically stop the Rango from using part of their land to store Jersey barriers, something they had no objection to earlier. Benefits of the modification. The modification would allow us to save those buildings and allow the businesses to thrive whilst offering a new first-class concrete road from Akom on the N1 to Buankra on the N6.
That's the Roads and Highways Minister, Gavin Suame Agboja there. And that's it for the Pulse. Thank you very much for your time this evening. My name is Kenneth Jesse. For more news, you can always log on to myjoyonline.com. The news team is back at 7 p.m. with Joy News Prime. Have a good evening.